I'm Julia. Welcome back to the channel. We've got a good one for you today. Today we are going through a Goodwill bins haul. For the uninitiated, there are your regular Goodwill thrift stores, which are kind of, your standard racks, racks of shoes, whatever you go through. Things are somewhere between $3 and $20, sometimes a little bit higher depending on what you're getting. And then there are the Goodwill bins, which are basically full of overstock, right? So it's either overstock that wasn't able to be processed and put into a store, or just they didn't have room for it in a store, or it's things that sat in a store for X amount of time, they pull it and they sell it in the bins, and they call it like the last chance. So it'll be kind of the last stop before it goes into recycling. So I encourage you, if you are into reselling and you live near a bins location, it's a great place to source for a really reasonable price. You have to be ready to go and get dirty, and you're going through every piece of clothing, but wait until you see what we found. I mean, there are some serious gems in this pile. Now, this week I went to 2 different bins locations. I'm lucky enough to live in an area there where there's multiple. One was $1 per item. The other one I went to was 2 something per pound. So everything averaged out to about $1.40 per item. So I'll kind of go through what I think I'm going to get for them in resale. Some things I just won't have an idea of yet until I go through them, dig up a little bit more info on them. But we've got 45 plus items here. So without further ado, let's get into it. Let's see the goods. The first piece I found, and this is a vintage piece. This is a John Ashford shirt. I love, this is, I believe, a men's size large. This is a cotton cable knit sweater. So it can be, it can be for women or men, if you like that kind of oversized boxy feel. I just love the preppy feel of this. It's really well made. This is a nice high quality cotton knit. There's a few little kind of stains on it, but I'll work on getting those out before I sell them. This will be, this is probably from the 80s. And I'll have this listed in both my Poshmark closets, Mercari and whatnot, and my Etsy shop. For those of you who don't know, I also have an Etsy shop. I've been running an Etsy shop for about 10 years now, I guess, and we've sold vintage house goods, vintage fashion, vintage accessories. We've been doing that for a long time, and I've just kind of branched into more standard reselling recently. But this will be up in both, and I'll link all of those stores and closets down below in case you're interested in anything. For this, I'll probably get 30, 40 bucks, about that. Again, it's a good quality. This isn't, costume stuff. This is something that, will last for a long time. Second item I found, this always blows me away when I find this. And it's a good American knit twist shoulder dress. And this thing it's about a midi length, and it's got a little bit of a slit up one leg. I think it does. Yeah, it's got a little bit of a slit on it to give you a little bit of movement, but it's a sweater knit. It's a sweater knit dress. It's just in great shape. Good basic little black dress to have in your arsenal. Again, I picked this for about $1.45. I'll probably 40 or 50 bucks for this. Not quite sure, but it should be, it should be a pretty good penny. Good American stuff is highly sought after. It's classic. It's really well made. Just a good brand to be on the lookout for in the bins. After that, and these are all from that first location the first location I went to that was $1 per item. These are little Free People corduroy pants. They're teeny tiny. They're a waist size of 27, but it's Free People. They're corduroy pants. Fall is coming. They are skinny, so I don't anticipate them moving maybe super quick, but they are not denim. So for $1, I rolled the dice with them. I don't know, maybe 25 bucks on these. Great find. Next up, this isn't something I pick all that often, but I know their quality. This is an Eddie Bauer classic fit tech shirt. So this is not made of cotton or anything. This is made to be hiked in. And I know Eddie Bauer doesn't sell for the most, but the quality is there, and people who like Eddie Bauer really like Eddie Bauer. I think this is a size small. Size small, it's a pretty light olive green. You know, this can really fit into anybody's wardrobe who has anything in this kind of muted neutral color scheme. And it's in fabulous shape, you know, so somebody's going to snap this up and get a great piece for a great price. Maybe $20 on this, maybe 15. Like I said, it doesn't sell for that much, but when I see it at the bins, I grab it just because I know it will sell very quickly and they're just really good quality. Next up, now this is a brand that I don't typically pick, just kind of like Eddie Bauer, unless I see it at the bins. That's J. Jill. J. Jill's another one that's just really well made. It's kind of bread and butter. It doesn't sell for all that much, but it does sell fairly quickly. And this is a nice kind of floral printed shirt with 3/4 sleeves. Got a kind of interesting little stripe down the arm there. And this is in, I believe, a size, yeah, this is in a 4X. So it's a good size. It's good quality. You know, I'll maybe ask $15 or $20 for this. I think it'll move very, very quickly. This is a great piece. Little dressy, but still made of kind of cotton jersey, so nice and comfy. Next up, another one. Oh my God, I have 4 in a row of brands that I don't pick up unless I see them at the bins. This is a little Lucky Brand tank top in a size medium. You know, they're little boho shirts, move pretty quickly for me. They don't sell for all that much, but they do move fairly quickly. So great. It's a great pickup if you can get them at the right price. But I love this. It's, you know, it's a classic color. It's kind of a classic silhouette. It's in great shape. It's got this real pretty embroidery out front, kind of reminiscent of a Johnny Was or whatnot. It's in this kind of slub cotton. I mean, this is easy breezy. Throw it on and you're like brunch ready. Great piece. You know, I'll maybe get 15 bucks for this. I wish it was my size. I would keep that. So cute. And oh, this is Inside Out. This is another piece that I generally don't pick unless I see it at the bins. And that's Garnet Hill. I know Garnet Hill is made really nicely. And this is a little skirt, so it's kind of slim up top, and you can see the seaming kind of swirls down from the waistband. I just thought it was really interesting, and I know it kind of has a login look feel to it, despite the fact that it is a cotton jersey, so it's like easy breezy, super comfortable, not quite as like cumbersome as multiple layers of linen. But I figured I'd pick this up. You know, just again, it has that vibe to it, and it's really well made, so I'll maybe get $20 on that. Very cute, a very cute find. I was really intrigued by that seaming. I thought that was a really nice detail. Next up, this is a bread and butter, and these are Athleta shorts. I think these are called the Trekkie shorts. This is a size 8, so it's a good size. It's a great color, this kind of Prussian blue. It's got a nice wide waistband. It's got all kind of pockets. It's in great shape. These are probably, I don't know, a couple years old, but I believe they still make this model. Again, at the bins, no brainer. This will go fast. You know, people who like their shorts really like their shorts. So if you see them and they're in good shape, grab them. This was a good find. I'm 25 bucks for these. This was one, I thought it was something else, and I grabbed it and I threw it in my bag, and alas, it was not what I thought it was. But this is, you know, this will still go quickly. School's coming, winter sports are coming, so kids are going to be exercising outdoors. It's going to be chillier out, but this is a Nike Pro Combat thermal. It's got a mock neck, straight sides, straight, and it's kind of a heavier weight. It kind of reminds me of, if you remember when Under Armour first came out, they had the Heat gear, which was that kind of thicker thing. You know, I see people all day at the ski resorts wearing something like this as a base layer. This will keep you nice and toasty. But again, you know, I grabbed it for $1. I might get 10 or 15 bucks out of this. It'll go pretty quickly. It just won't sell for what I thought it was. You win some, you lose some. Next up, you know, I grabbed these. I didn't know the brand, but I recognized kind of what I was looking at. And the brand is called Aigle, A-I-G-L-E. Should get a tag there. Aigle. And these are trekking pants. The construction is really nice. It's got these kind of stretch panels in the side, lots of zip pockets everywhere. This is a size I think extra large, so it's a great size for men. I know I saw a size tag on here somewhere. Anyways, I believe these are a size extra large, so good size for men. They're in great shape. They're long length. They're a tech fabric, so it'll dry super quickly, and they've got a little bit of stretch to them, you know, so really comfortable. Nice articulated knees. These will probably go for 25 or 30 bucks all day. You know, hiking pants are expensive, and if you can find a good pair that's made really nicely for 20, 25 bucks, you know, for all of your I don't do this every day sporting needs, you know, skiing, fishing, you know, trekking, always before you go to REI and spend the big dollars, check Poshmark, check Mercari, check eBay. You can often find that kind of gear for a fraction of what you would pay retail price. You know, it's a no-brainer to check there first. And number one, keep something out of a landfill, and number two, save yourself potentially hundreds of dollars. You know, these were probably, you know, $150 brand new. Check resale first. The next piece I grabbed, I felt the quality on this, and it's a Free People beach piece. This is a little cropped heavy gauge t-shirt in this pretty, again, Prussian blue. I love the hemline. I like that it's kind of intentionally wide here, so it'll kind of skim out. I can totally see this being worn at the beach. It's got these kind of elastic sleeves that'll pull it in. Just a really pretty color, a really pretty piece, and it's really well made. So I don't know, I'll probably get 25, 30 bucks for this. It's a good find. So this is a company I had never heard of, but when I found it in the bins, you know, the quality was really nice, and it was really unusual looking. So I threw it in my basket and did like a quick search on it. It looks like this company is unfortunately no longer around. The company's called Evie's Tree. The tag says everyday luxury, everyday life. And again, the materialization on this is, I mean, high end. The fabric feels really beautiful, and it's heavy, and it's got a nice drape to it. It's got all the details you could ask for. It's got that pretty little, it's almost like a baby doll hem. It's almost like a baby doll hem to it. But, you know, this one is lined with this kind of Swiss dot chiffon. And so you've got that inside the hood. And if you look at the bottom of the skirt, you got a little layer of it right there. So, you know, I think these were about $100, $115 new. And I found two of them. You know, I figured I'd just take a chance. You know, it's something that I like to say, like, if it's weird, it's going to be good. Because if it's weird and high quality, that generally means that there's somebody out there that really loves it. If the company's out of business, there's going to be somebody out there who really loves it, who really misses it. So at $1.50, it's worth the chance. It's worth rolling the dice. I'll continue to do a little bit more research into this, but it's just kind of a cool piece. And I can totally see the person who would love wearing this. I know these people. And I found two of them. So there's one in that pretty kind of beige floral with the yellow trim. And then there's another one that's got the same shape. It doesn't quite have the amount of detail that this one has on it, but it's this cute like green and blue polka dot. And again, it has that baby doll silhouette, the nice long sleeves, the pretty detail at the end here. Yeah, so, you know, I'm interested to see what this will fetch. I'm not quite sure. 50 bucks on them. We'll see if they move. I'll have to do a little bit more research on these before I sell them. I've seen comps anywhere from like $20 to $125. So I'm not quite sure. I want to make sure that I'm not pricing them too high. I want to make sure that they move, but they are a good find. I mean, again, I've never heard of this company before, so be on the lookout in your local stores. You never know what you're going to find. And again, that was in the bins. Next one we got is another Eddie Bauer piece. Again, don't typically grab these unless I see it in the bins, but it's just a nice, like, kind of Sherpa feeling quarter zip pullover in this pretty print. It's got nice colors that are going to be flattering on pretty much anybody. This will go pretty quickly. Again, it's not going to sell for too much. This is a women's size, I think medium. Women's size small. I think it'll go pretty quickly. With fall right around the corner and fall hiking happening, fall camping, I can just see this being super cozy around the campfire. I always love to find Chico's at the bin. I always especially love to find Chico's linen at the bins. This is a really pretty kind of a khaki linen top with ruffles down the front. It has little details. It's got a hook and eye closure, and I can't seem to keep it closed unless it's on the mannequin, but you kind of get this idea. It's got this pretty darting in it. That's a detail on all of the darts. It's just a gorgeous piece. You know, like Chico's, it's always well made. It's got a little ruffle cuff. Like 25, 30 bucks on this all day. I think it's a size small. Oh, it's a size 2. Just really classy. It's a very classy forever piece that'll be in somebody's wardrobe for a long time. That's a great find at the bins. Now these I need to get a steamer on. I just saw them and I grabbed them because they were fun. This is these fun little gold shorts from Alice and Olivia. They're a size 10, so it's a good size. Most of the stuff I found from Alice and Olivia over the years is like a size 2, size 4. It's always nice to find a size 10. These should hopefully respond well to the steamer. I'm not gonna risk washing them just because of the finish. It's probably something I would personally feel more comfortable getting dry cleaned. They got this cute little cuff on them, little pockets. They have slash pockets in the bum, nicely placed. I'm not quite sure what I'll get for these. Maybe 30 bucks. Alice and Olivia is a great brand to be on the lookout for. Find it at Nordstrom. I think Saks Fifth Avenue sells them. They're pretty high end. Ugh, my heart always skips a beat a little bit when I see this logo in the bins, and it always blows my mind that I'm seeing it in the bins. And that's Frame. This is beautiful, and this is cashmere. This is Frame cashmere. So this is a gorgeous little gray cropped cardigan. It's size extra small, but it looks to be a pretty generous cut. I could easily see this fitting a small, maybe even a medium, depending on how you want to wear it. But for extra small, it'll be kind of a nice oversized boxy fit. But this is in fabulous condition. You know, I'll take a little depillar to the back. There's just like, it only looks like it's maybe been worn once or twice, just knowing kind of how high quality cashmere wears over time. You know, it is the dead of summer here. It is quite warm, but back to school shopping is right around the corner. Fall is right around the corner. I know that sweaters and such take a little bit more storage space. I always store anything that's cashmere or silk or wool in my cedar closet just in case. But, you know, I think it's worth it. And this, you know, picking this for $1.50, might get somewhere between $60 and $90 for this, depending on the style. So this was an incredible find. Incredible find for the bins. I got a couple pairs of jeans on this run here, and these here are Citizens of Humanity, which I don't often see at the bins. It's a pretty high-end brand. This is called the Chrissy Uber High Rise Skinny. I want to say that that is a 12-inch rise on these bad boys. This is ribcage level, but they're size 31, so it's a great size right there in the middle. They're made beautifully. They're kind of a light wash. They are skinny, but they're a pretty modern wash. I think that these will still move pretty quickly. This is a good find, especially for the bins. This is a good find for any Goodwill. This is a very good find for the bins. And again, in great shape, no blowout in the crotch. And they are a little bit cropped here, and they have this kind of nice raw edge that goes up a little bit in the back. I grabbed these next ones, again, only something that I really pick up in the bins, and it's an Eddie Bauer pair of ripstop kind of cargo trousers. These will be used as hiking pants. They're a women's size 8. It's a good, not skinny fit, but it is tapered, so it'll fit kind of close to the leg. It's a more modern cut for hiking pants, and these are in fabulous condition. I mean, it doesn't look like there's any wear to these whatsoever. These have maybe been worn once. So again, I'm not going to get a ton of money for these, maybe $20 or $30, depending on the style once I look it up. But again, it's going to be a great pair of pants for somebody at a great deal. And it's a pair of pants that'll be around for a long time. This is a throwback to when I grew up. I saw this. I don't know if it's worth all that much. I don't think it's vintage, but it's a Thrasher magazine hoodie, just gray with the yellow, orange, and red flame logo. It's really classic. You know, I'll maybe get $20, $25 for it. I'll do a little bit more research into it, but I'm pretty sure all of the vintage pieces, if memory serves me right, because I had one, if memory serves me right, mine was on a Hanes sweatshirt. So all the old ones, you know, don't have a branded tag. Just a pro tip for while you're looking out there. If you're looking for the gem and you see a Thrasher, look for a tag that does not say Thrasher. Hanes, Jerseys, one of the other kind of promo blank companies. But yeah, 20, 25 bucks is in good shape. Anybody will be happy to get that, you know, not at full price. This is a jean brand that I don't often pick unless it's at the bins. They don't sell for too much, but again, people who love them really love them, and that's Not Your Daughter's Jeans, NYDJ. And these are the trouser jeans. They're crop length. They're a size 16W, which is a great size for Not Your Daughter's Jeans. These have all the slimming bells and whistles that you want. Lots of stretch, super comfortable. They really cut beautifully. They've got these kind of trouser pockets in the back. That's, I think, the kind of hallmark of the trouser jeans. They don't have like the traditional jeans pockets, but great find. I'll probably get 30 bucks for these. Nice kind of straight shape. It's not, you know, it's a little bit more on trend. Next up, we've got a pair of Prana jeans, and they're denim, but and I keep wanting to call them blue jeans, and they are blue jeans, but they're kind of a not denim color blue. This is a little bit more of a cadet blue. These are a size 4, size 27. Again, they are skinny jeans. Skinny jeans don't go all that quickly, but Prana skinny jeans can move a little bit quicker than other brands. So just one to keep your eye out for if you get it at the right price. You know, Prana is built really well. They have a lot of stretch. You know, Prana is, of course, an outdoors brand, so they're known for more hiking, climbing, camping gear. So their jeans are kind of built in that vein. They're built to move. And these are in fabulous shape. Nice little butt pockets there. This is another piece that I grabbed, another vintage piece that I grabbed. I keep seeing these in boutiques, and I think that it's really funny because these are the swimsuits on boys that I grew up with. But this is by Club Sportswear. They've got this kind of cool logo there in the corner. And this is the thing that got me. That patch right in the middle on the bum. Like, I remember boys in my elementary school having shorts like this. So I'm not quite sure what I'll get for these. I don't really know what the market is, but I thought that they were cool. You don't see many of them around, so I grabbed them for $1. If I get $15 for them, I'll be happy. We've got another flashback here. And this time we're going back to late high school, early college. And that is a pair of juicy velour tracksuit bottoms. Now, I remember a girl that I went to college with having these exact Juicy pants. They say Juicy Heiress. They're on the hip. So these are 100% vintage, original Juicy. This is not the stuff that you're getting in, what is it, Forever 21 now? It's that really nice velour, beautifully finished, made in the USA. This was a find. Somebody's going to be really excited to find these. These are a size large, so good size. Another brand. So I pick these jeans when I see them. I don't see them as much here as I did in Utah. I think they're a little bit more of a Western. And when I say Western, I mean like Western towards the cowboy. They're a little bit more of a Western brand, but that's Miss Me. And, but you know, when I see them in the bins, when I see the tops in the bins, I grab them. They're beautifully made. The fabrication, materialization is really nice. You know, so it's not going to fetch a ton of money, but it is a very beautiful piece, and somebody will be very happy to find it. This is kind of a black, almost like a slub sweatshirt. I wish you could kind of might be able to see a little bit of that texture. It's a slub sweatshirt with kind of a raw edge on the neckline. This beautiful embroidery and stud detail down the front. It's in great condition. It's got a little bit of a shirt tail hem, long sleeves with a detail at the cuffs as well. I'll probably ask 25 bucks for this. It's a great piece for fall, a little bit dressier, but still feels like you're in sweatpants. This is the first of several Free People top/dresses that I found today. And this is purple kind of tunic top. It's a size large, and it's straight on the front. And if you turn around to the back, it's got kind of a keyhole neckline. So buttons there in the back. And it's got a little bit of a baby doll hem there with long sleeves. They're drop shoulder with a little bit of a blouse, like a little blouse out at the shoulder seam. They're long. They've got a nice little slit at the cuff. This is a great find. I'll probably get 30 bucks for this. It's really pretty. I don't remember ever seeing this pattern, but this colorway is very unusual for Free People. So great find. I'm glad I put my hands on it, because I almost didn't. It's another great piece. I believe this is Torrid. It's a size 4. I always love to grab Torrid. It'll go fast. It sells really quickly for me, especially the larger sizes. They make really beautiful tops for larger sizes. They just understand the woman's body. So I just thought this was such a pretty shirt. It's in kind of almost like a dotted chiffon, if you can see that. This dotted floral printed chiffon with little lace detailing. It's an off the shoulder fit. You could also wear it up on the shoulder if you want to wear a bra with it. But it's got that kind of ruffle across the bust, and then it's like an Empire baby doll bottom, and it's fully lined. It's a great piece. I'll get 35 bucks for this all day, and I think it'll sell quickly. This is a beautiful top. I can see this on a million girls going out to brunch feeling fresh with their girlfriends. Oh, this was a piece. This is not a brand that I think many people are aware of. I think it's a smaller brand, and it's kind of hard to find, but I was hip to this as I was just recently in the market for a rain jacket. This is by a company called Rains, and they make these very minimalistic, kind of muted colors, but kind of this plastic coated raincoat. Now this isn't thick like you imagine those yellow raincoats. This is very, very lightweight. But I found this and I grabbed it. I was pretty excited to see it. I've never even seen it in store. The only place I've ever seen it is online. So to see it in the bins was an exciting thing. It's got a little, just like a hair of wear, but not much. It's otherwise in pretty dang good shape. But it's this olive green raincoat. Super simple. It's got a flap in the back with vents. And this will keep you 100% dry. It's got critically taped seams, critically taped zippers. So nothing's getting in, nothing's getting into your pockets, nothing's getting in through the zipper. This is a great find. They go new for, I think, somewhere between 150 to 180, and they hold their value. So I'll probably get somewhere between 40 and 60 for this. It might take a minute to sell because I don't think it's a very popular brand, but those who are in the market for it are in the market for it. Next up, we got another pair of jeans here. This is another pair of Prana. These are a more traditional jean color. This is a size 6 or a waist size 28. Again, all that great stretch that you come to expect in Prana. Really good condition. A good mid-wash. A great find for the bins. Maybe 20, 25 bucks on these all day. This is another vintage piece that you'll see a little bit more in detail when I do a vintage haul. But this is the last thing I saw as I was getting ready to check out, and I threw it on top of my bag. I saw this kind of accordion pleated fabric kind of sticking out of a pile, and I just grabbed it. I knew it was something special. And it's going to be hard to show here, but it's a long length, and it's got this kind of wedge of pleated chiffon on it. This will look great on the mannequin. But I think it's from the 70s. It's by the company Themes, or the designer Themes. I always love seeing there. Come on. There you go. I always love seeing the United States Garment Workers Union tag, so you know it's made in America. This is size, I think it's at 16 and a half. Half sizes? That was a thing. This is a good find. I have no idea what I'll get for this. I'll do a little bit more research on it, and I'll also show it in a lot more detail when I do a vintage haul. So be on the lookout for that. We are making our way through here, guys. We've got another Chico's piece. Still got the Goodwill tag on it. This was a little kind of a tech fabric. It's got a little cuff on the end. It's a size 6, I believe. Yeah, it's a size, Chico size 0.5, US size 6. Just great little kind of tech pants. They have a cargo pocket over here. Still has the Goodwill tag on it here. No pockets in the back, drawstring waist, super comfy. Kind of one of those like elevated loungewear pieces. Great find in the bins and in impeccable condition. Does not look like it has ever been worn. I mean, these tags are brand new. These are brand new. What a find. Oh. Now, if you watched my haul last week, you'll see that I found that incredible pair of RTA velvet jeans that were somewhere in the $500 to $700 range retail. And I grabbed this out of an old bin, and I know why it was still there. Because if you look at it and you don't know what you're looking at, and this is going to look like an absolutely shredded sweater, but this is an intentionally distressed sweater. So you see that kind of piece in the back here. You know, it looked like it's lost all its stitching, but if you look closely, you can see that that is 100% intentional and woven into it. So it's this awesome, chunky white cotton sweater. It's got all these little wear pieces. Again, if you didn't know what you were looking at, this would have looked like a destroyed sweater. But this, I'll probably, you know, I might get $100 out of this. This was probably a $400 or $500 sweater. In the bins, guys. In the bins. Always pick it up. You know, if it feels nice, look at it. If it feels nice, look at it. I do half the time with gloves and half the time without gloves, and I just scrub as soon as I get home. But if I take the gloves off, you know, I am such a textile person that I can just feel quality. You know, it's worth looking at it. It's worth looking at the damage to see if it's intentional or not. This is the second piece I found that has been intentionally distressed, that has been kind of left behind. You know, and this was a bin that had been out for hours. What a find. This is another piece that felt really nice. I had not ever heard of the brand, so I Googled it just because of the quality that I felt. And sure enough, it's a pretty decent brand. I think it's maybe sold at Revolve. The company is called French, F-R-N-C-H. There you go. And it's a size small medium, but it's this gorgeous like ponte knit sweater bodysuit with a V-neck and a V-back. It's a full back bodysuit. This appears to have never been worn. It's in beautiful condition. And it just has such a lovely drape to it that I think it'll be snapped up pretty quickly. Maybe 30 or 40 bucks on this. They retail for like $150 or so. It's a pretty high-end brand. Definitely something to be on the lookout for as you go through the racks. I want to find, guys, this pile's getting intense. This was a good week. This was a shirt I grabbed. I wasn't sure of the brand, but I've seen a lot of fabrics like this. This is kind of like almost like a shimmer knit, but it felt pretty high quality. You know, a lot of the fabrics that feel like this feel very cheap, and this felt nicer quality. And on the front, it's got a nice embroidery that says, "Why so serious?" The company is called On 12th, and I'm not quite sure what I'll get for this. I Googled it quickly while I was in store, and I saw some things at Nordstrom, but I haven't really dug any deeper. So depending on this brand, if it's super desirable, you know, maybe $20, $30 on this. It's a perfect little camel colored t-shirt. And again, really nicely made and very soft on the inside. This is a little bit scratchy on the outside, but it's very, very soft on the inside. In a women's size small. Now this is a very cool piece. I was raised in a car family. My dad's big into cars. Both of his brothers are big into cars. They both raced. We would go to the drag strip on the weekends. I'm still into cars. And I saw this little guy poking up out of a pile and I jumped on him. If you are in any way into cars or have ever gotten gas at any point in your life, you know that this is the Mobile Pegasus. And you don't often see it in a discreet embroidered fashion. And then I picked it up and I noticed this sweater is absolutely gorgeous. It's 100% cotton. It is brand new with tags. And it's kind of a dual texture there. It's such an incredible find. So I did a little digging and it looks like this was something that was given to kind of the high-ups in the company to wear during races or when they are representing the company. It's just a very classy. So for any car collector, this will be up in my Etsy shop as well. For any car collector or vintage lover or mobile fan, I know that there are a ton out there. This is just a cool find. You know, I paid $1 for it. I don't care if I sit on it for 2 years. This is going to get into the right hands of somebody who really loves it. That was just a cool find. I wish this would fit my dad because this would be going to him. Another good bread and butter piece. This is, again, Not Your Daughter's Jeans, NYDJ. I really loved this pattern, this pretty floral, this black, red, and white floral. It's got like a nice flattering V-neck, almost like a little bit of a Henley here down the front. Actually, that's not a Henley. This is a full button. So it buttons all the way down. It's got pretty kind of peasant sleeves that are about 3/4 length. And on the back, I just thought that the detailing on this was really nice. It felt high end. It's got these kind of pin tucks, these little knife pleats on the back. And it's a size medium. And again, in perfect condition. This does not look like it's ever been worn. So I'll ask maybe $20, $25 for this. Maybe a little bit more. I'm not quite sure what the shirts go for. But yeah, again, a great find at the bins. Not something to turn away when you're paying, you know, only $1 or $2 for it. Now these I grabbed because I know how much these cost. These are a pair of Ping rain pants. Ping golf rain pants. And they're in a size Now I grabbed these because I have a lot of people in my life who golf and I know how expensive these are. And these are in pretty dang good condition, maybe worn once or twice. And they're in a size large, so it's a good size. It'll fit lots of guys. They have an adjustable waist, so you can cinch it in if you need a little bit of tightness, but they have a nice elastic waist. And you throw these on over your golf pants if you're golfing and it starts to rain. These are just, you know, there's something that nobody wants to spend a ton of money on. So to be able to find one at the bins and get it into somebody's hands at a pretty significant discount, that'll be a great pick. Oh, another gem. This is another Free People piece, and it's cashmere. So this is 2 cashmere pieces at the bins this week. It's this cute little cropped gray sweater. Very simple with like a roll neck here and a front seam. It's a size small, extra small. So it's a tiny piece, which I don't always love picking. It's just a very small percentage of the population that can fit into an extra small, but it is cashmere. It is a simple piece. I think it'll go quickly. This was a great find. And I mean, this is as soft as it could be. Actually, just noticing here as I'm playing with this, it's got like a little reinforcement on the elbow. I don't know if you can see that. It's a little bit thicker right there, so you don't blow through the back with you know, as you like rest your elbows on things. One thing can be said about Free People is they don't neglect the details. It's another bread and butter piece. These are a pair of pants from Bonobos, which don't sell for all too much, maybe $20 or $30. This is this kind of very, I think this is called the weekday pant from Bonobos, and it's in fabulous condition. It's black. It's in a size 34, 32, so great size. These will go in no time flat. You know, I don't often see these at the thrift or at the bins because people tend to get these and they wear them. They use them. Very classic, very well made. Bonobos is a fabulous brand to keep your eye out for if you do menswear in any way, shape, or form. Now this, I found immediately before finding that navy blue gown. And I saw it and I had to have it. This was, I mean, I've been on the hunt for one of these for myself, not in this colorway, but I've been on the hunt for one of these for myself at a reasonable price for a very long time. And this is a little bit big for me, but it's this incredible shearling jacket from the 70s. Again, I'll give a more detailed look in my vintage haul, but this is real Australian sheepskin. It's an incredible condition. This isn't really barely even starting to matte at all. Like this just doesn't look like it got a ton of wear, but it smells like my dad's coat closet. If you know the smell I'm talking about, you know the smell I'm talking about. It just smells like dad. But it's fully lined in this incredible sheepskin. We've got the tag here that says Shearling International. I guess that's the company who made it. This was $1. This was from the $1 a piece bins. So I'm not quite sure what I'll put on this. These typically go, like for the ones that I've been looking at, they range between $300 and $400 because they're just, I mean, you can't find them anymore. If you can find them new and they're $700 or $800 and to the roof. This does have stuff in the pockets. I checked. I'm gonna leave it in there because I feel like it's right for the person who ends up buying this to have the discovery of the little treasures in the pockets. But what a find! What a find! It's I think it's a size extra large men's. You know, it kind of comes down a little bit over the bum. I can't remember what the name of this length is, but it comes a little bit down to the leg. Somebody's going to be very happy to find this jacket. And it weighs a ton. This was another piece, by the way, it's threatening to take over my life here. So this was another interesting piece that kind of fit the it's weird and it's well made bucket, which are like my favorite things to find just because number one, it's usually a unique piece that's going to find its way to somebody who's been looking for that piece. But number two, I also get to learn a little bit about a new company. But I saw this before I saw the rest of the coat. And this was kind of inside out in the bins. And it says Tom and Jerry. And it's really like well made. It's a beautifully made kind of piece here. So I pulled it out to take a look at it. And it's from a company called Iceberg. Now, I knew Iceberg, and if you lived in the late 90s, early 2000s, and you remember those kind of high-end pieces that had Warner Brothers cartoons on it, you had Sylvester or Tweety Bird or whatever, chances are, if you saw them on a hip-hop star, they were by Iceberg. And this is a re-release that they've been doing. So it's this cool quilted jacket. If you look really closely, there is that's a, I think it was Tom, the cat, embroidery up there, and on the bottom hem there, you've got Jerry. And again, you got this little detail in the hood that just, it's like a ribbon that kind of stitches in and goes all the way down. And then you've got your Iceberg ice history tag there, made in Italy, beautifully made. I mean, these things retail, other jackets that are kind of for sale by this company retail for $850. So I'm not sure what I'll get for this. I have to do a little bit more research, but it is a cool piece for sure and a good find. You know, at the bins, you always be on the lookout. You know, if you see that combination of well-made and weird, grab it. It's worth the roll of the dice if the price is right. So TBD on what I'll get for that. There's a little bit of wear on it, but not much. This is a cool piece. Moving on in, we've got a couple of Free People pieces here. This is this little mini dress that's black in kind of a crepey, crinkled crepe fabrication with a little bit of a peasant sleeve and these white embroidered flowers all over. It's got a V-neck in the front and an open back. I believe this is a size extra small, so this is supposed to be a mini dress, right? So it hits right about mid-thigh, but great find. And again, in really good condition. Very cool piece. Another Free People piece. This fabric is very cool. I think it's a viscose. It has that silk feel. And it's this mini dress in this red and purple print. And these sleeves, I'm gonna see if I can put it on my arm so I can show you how they're supposed to hang. It's supposed to be a little bit of a like blouse out over it with these really sharp kind of oversized cuffs. I thought this was so cool, and I picked it up, and sure enough, it's Free People. I've never seen it before. But maybe 35, 40 bucks for this. It is a little mini dress. I think it's a size large? Size extra large, which I don't see all that often from Free People, so that's exciting to find. This little turtleneck front. It's very mod. This just gives me a lot of like 60s vibes. Fully lined. It's a cool piece. This is one for sure I want to see if I can find the stock picture of, because these sleeves need to be pictured. It's all about the details. Nearing the bottom of the pile here, we've got a good bread and butter piece. These always go pretty quickly. This is a Talbot's dress. It's a little V-neck with kind of a faux wrap skirt, a little bit of detail there on the bottom. It's got a pencil shape, so it's super figure flattering. It's size 8, I believe, and in perfect condition. You know, I don't think I'll get too much for this Talbot's. You know, Talbot's is one of those brands that I'll grab it if it's at the bins. If I see it in the regular store, if it's more than like $4 or $5, I'm not going to pick it up. But this is a great find. Maybe 30 bucks on that. This is almost taller than me right now. So we got this piece. I believe this is an Anthropologie brand, maybe Urban Outfitters, but I like the style of it. I don't often pick Urban Outfitters, and it's from Out From Under, and it's this cute little. I'm gonna try to hold it out like this. I don't know if this is. I think this is a swimsuit cover-up. It's got these spaghetti straps that kind of connect in the back with a low, kind of slung back, short little dress that has like a little ruffle hem like that. I'll need to trim up this fringe. As you see, it's a little janky down there, but it's otherwise in fantastic condition. I'll get maybe 20, 25 bucks for this. Again, for $1, it was worth the grab. I just thought it was a very cute piece, not super trendy. Like, I think this is if somebody grabs this to be a swimsuit cover-up, this is not going out of style anytime soon. And we're on our last pick of this insane bins haul. And our last pick here is this awesome pair of vintage Rustler jeans. I'm going to say by the look of the tags, these are probably 90s. They're in a size 29 by 32. They feel in fabulous condition. I think the Rustler jeans were a little bit of a heavier denim, so these are just kind of perfectly broken in. What I loved was this is kind of like a slouchy fit, and I loved the fading. This is legit wear. This is not something that was done by a machine. This is not something that was done by sandblasting. This was done by many, many, many wears and many, many, many washes. And this is usually your tell. If you see a back pocket, I'll show it to you in contrast to the other one. If you see a back pocket with that perfect, like, wallet goes here fade, that's usually how you can tell the difference if something has been done really well. But this will be a great find for somebody who's into vintage jeans. Again, I can't get over the wash and the wear on these. I think they're just a perfect color. And that's it, guys. That is our bins haul for the day. I went to 2 different bins locations, and I spent about $92 between the 2. I spent $26 at the first location, where it was $1 per item, and then I spent $66 at the next location that was X amount of dollars per pound. In terms of sales, estimated sales, I think I have between $1,500 and $1,700 worth of sales here, give or take a little bit based on offers, demand, more research, etc. And if you look at the retail value of everything I picked, it's about $5,500. So all in all, I'd say that this was a great haul. This was a great week at the bins. Guys, if you like what you saw, please subscribe, please give the video a like, it really helps. I'd love for you to join me on this thrifting and reselling journey. If you have treasures or grails that you found this week, please leave it in the comment below. I love to know what you're finding. Like, I am such a nerd about grail hunting in the bins. Like, I love to know when people are finding those really special pieces that they've been looking for. If you see something you like, I'll have my closet, my Etsy shop linked down below. Feel free to pick it up, make me an offer. But until then, guys, have a fabulous week. Happy hunting.